Hello, welcome to natemareflix. I am Nate. You are you. It is day 16 of 31 days of Halloween. I'm gonna come clean and put it right out there for you. I didn't know what to do today for 31 days of Halloween. I was like, I don't have a whole lot of time today. Do I want to do a review? Do I want to do a ranking? What is it going to be? Maybe I'll head over to Bloody Disgusting and see if any news popped up today in horror. And man, am I glad I did that. It worked out because they do a recurring piece over there called Phantom Limbs, where they go back and they look at films we were supposed to get that we never did. And man, is this one a doozy. It's a real scream. It is a Quentin Tarantino Halloween film. You heard me right, Quentin freaking Tarantino and Halloween. So let's go ahead and talk about what Halloween 6 would have been with Quentin Tarantino behind it. Obviously, Quentin Tarantino is one of the best scriptwriters and best directors of all time. It makes sense that even though he didn't have really any directing credits at the time, Mustafa Akkad, coming off of Halloween 5, which was kind of a commercial failure, at least for this franchise, was like, man, I need to reinvigorate this thing. I need to inject some new life into it. I need some real young talent. I need some know-how. Somebody's got some freaking ideas. And he looked at Quentin Tarantino first because, well, it's Quentin Tarantino. But just to give you an idea, at the time, he doesn't have like a Kill Bill or Reservoir Dogs, anything like that quite yet. But he's got 2 scripts that he's written for 2 pretty damn landmark films, if you ask me. We're talking True Romance and Natural Born Killers. Shows that this guy knows how to give you a nice bloody film, that he's down with the darkness, that the guy's got some real creative know-how. So it makes sense that Akkad would look at this guy and be like, I can still probably get him relatively on the cheap, and he's gonna really take my franchise and give it some of the best fuel it's had since a guy named John Carpenter was at the helm. So basically, he contacts Tarantino, they start talking, and Tarantino is like, so my job then is to figure out who the guy in the black cowboy boots is, who the man in black is, because you guys didn't have any ideas. Let's face it, first time I saw Halloween 5, I was like, oh shit, he broke him out of jail. He got Michael out of jail. Who is this guy? The jail's on fire, there's smoke, we're on a cliffhanger right here. Who was that guy in the black boots? Who the hell was that? And then it turns out the people behind the camera were also like, who the hell was that? They had no plans, and so it became imperative that whoever did the next film, whoever did 6, would figure it out. So that was what Quentin was like. He was like, man, my whole job would have been to figure out who is the man in black and where do we go from here. He didn't really have any ideas about Dr. Loomis or Jamie, or at least it doesn't seem so. He was just really tasked with trying to figure out the man in black. And I have to say, how do you feel about the direction it ended up going in real life? How do you feel about Halloween 6? I know it's a mess. I know there's all sorts of plot holes. I know that there's 2 freaking different cuts that are drastically different with the theatrical and the producers, but I can't help but love it. It's one of my favorite Halloween films. The movie's just so dark. It's one of my favorite Michael Myers. It has some of the best Halloween atmosphere. If I'm gonna watch one of the Halloween movies on Halloween, it's in the running every year for that, because it just oozes the holiday, it just gets you in the right mindset. It gives you the good mood and vibes. So I don't want to live in a world where it doesn't exist, but man, would I love to see this Quentin Tarantino film. He was going to have Michael Myers and the man in black going up and down Route 66, and then anytime they need to stop and get food, get gas, or whenever they just got a wild hair, they're going to get out and just wreak havoc. Go in, clear the building, all sorts of murder scenes. And if you've seen a Quentin Tarantino film, you know what's going to be visceral, it's going to be splatterific, it's going to be hardcore, and it probably would have been just so badass and so much fun. And from a technical standpoint, it probably would have been better than the Halloween 6 we got, but man, it's one of my favorites. I don't want to live in a world without it. So definitely comment how you feel about Halloween 6 and how you feel about this idea of Michael and the man in black going up and down Route 66, just laying waste to people at random. I have to say there are parts of it I don't like. Now, of course, it's only a half-baked idea. There was still way more to go. They had a lot more story to flesh out, but I think those opening sequences would have been insane and instantly memorable. And I would like to peek into another dimension where this film exists. So let me know what you think of that idea. Would you like it? I mean, it kind of strikes me wrong a little bit. I don't like thinking about somebody having that much pull over Michael. I don't like thinking of Michael as a puppet, but it's kind of what happened anyway with 6, and it was okay. At least in this one, he probably wouldn't be forced to rape his niece. I mean, that's pretty goddamn awful. So there you go. I just wanted to tell you guys about it because I think it's exciting. I think it's so cool to picture a Quentin Tarantino Halloween. It would have to be one of the most gory and terrifying entries in the franchise. Go ahead and comment down below what you think about this. Do you wish this happened, and how do you feel about Halloween 6? But other than that, you have a fantastic day. I'm Nate for natemareflix saying that's a wrap.